Hello everyone, we're talking about WarioWare Get It Together. They just released a demo yesterday and it was fantastic. So we want to talk about why we loved it and why it is a marvelous couch party game that you need. Welcome to the Co-op Company, where we help you find the best co-op games, so consider subscribing. WarioWare Get It Together was better than we ever hoped. Having never played a WarioWare game before, we were not sure exactly what to expect. However, we were blown away by how enjoyable this game was to play together and in solo. When my wife and I picked up the demo, we had both had incredibly long days at work and had a stressful time putting the kid to bed. We had the intention to make a 10-minute video and go to bed. Despite all of this, and the fact that we both had to go to work in the morning, we continued playing the game far longer, much past when we normally would have slept. And we would have continued playing if we had not completed the demo. So, the question is, why? If you're not familiar with the WarioWare series, it is a comical romp that consists of a heap of microgames that vary from funny to weird, gross, and nostalgic. The microgames tend to be short and simple puzzles that require you to think quickly on the spot, as they only last a few seconds. Each of the microgames are left to you to figure out, and it might even take a couple of failed attempts before you learn what you were actually supposed to do. So the more that you play, the better your grasp of each microgame will become. While it was fun solo, we enjoyed playing together far more, because though the majority of microgames don't require a ton of cooperation, you need to be able to communicate clearly, precisely, and immediately with one another in order to correctly solve the puzzles. There are 18 different characters, and each of them move and attack in their own quirky way. The levels adapt to the different characters, as well as changing for solo and co-op. As each player has their own unique catch, some of the puzzles will have one of you sitting to the side to avoid causing problems for the other player. This decision, however, has to be made in a split second, and if you're not completely clear about what you're going to do, then you will fail. In every microgame, you will be randomly assigned either one of 3 characters you chose, or any character depending on your preference. As you play farther into a session of microgames, they will continue to change slightly and become more difficult. The addition of different characters and slightly changing microgames means that even when playing the same microgame, you will need to solve it in a different way. While the main story mode only supports 1 to 2 players, WarioWare actually has 6 different modes, and some of them have extra minigames with support for up to 4 players. The addition of these separate modes and minigames has us incredibly excited, as many of them are designed with co-op in mind. WarioWare Get It Together had us completely enthralled. The microgames were short and sweet, and never left us feeling like we had to keep playing, but instead left us wanting to do better than we had before. So we kept playing, improving, and enjoying. We pre-ordered the game immediately after playing, because this is going to be one of the greatest co-op games of the year, and we don't want to miss it. As always, we've linked the pre-order in the description, so do yourself a favor, pause the video, and go pick this one up. If you're still not convinced, go check out these videos we've made about WarioWare Get It Together, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can check out the demo on the Nintendo eShop.